Can be our official poop timer for the
So, uh,
Chief bodily function timer, spider monkey attack.
That's
How'd
right.
we do?
How do we do? We cross live now. To our official poop timer.
I had a great speaker of power. So, I'm gonna open this one up. Oh, it says recap number 7, crapola.
It says 8 for me.
Does it? Okay.
Yep.
Maybe I just gotta hit reload or something. Good. If it says 8, I'm happy.
Excellent.
Yes, I'm happy.
Matt's,
All right.
Matt's happy, I'm happy.
Yay.
I'm Jamie. I don't know what you guys are doing.
What we are doing is
Oh, the
recapping-
viewer says it's 8. So we're good.
Yeah,
excellent.
good.
Well, that's
Thank you,
true.
the viewer.
We are recapping episode number 8, which was lost in the internet. Didn't get uploaded to YouTube, so this is going to be our YouTube filler. So we're doing just a little recap. We're going to try to tell the story, 20, 30-minute review, and keep the story one continuous, nice little list on YouTube. Real quick, if you guys are liking the show, go check out Rocks and Lords. It is every Wednesday and it's early on Sundays if you're a Patreon member. I think we just recorded episode 136, 7, somewhere in there. Some interesting things have changed. If you've been listening for a long time, it's getting weird. So check it out. We've also got My Hero Academia, Almighty Podcast, which reviews My Hero Academia with Adam and Atkins. And that releases every other Monday. So check it out. Apparently, it's great.
And Matt's favorite
And
character is
Adam.
Phil.
Still
Three
Adam.
in a row.
Still haven't met. Of course, I mean, literally, we've had a minute between these recordings.
Adam is crushing
And since Matt
crushing it on the
doesn't,
Matt scale.
yeah, and since Matt doesn't like to do it, anyone out there that isn't following us on Twitch, we would certainly appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I hate that
Yeah.
self-promotion stuff. Just
Yeah.
doing the announcements of our other shows.
Smash that like button.
Yes,
Yeah.
smash like and love and lick and do something with it.
Like, subscribe, join the Patreon,
And the
join
Discord.
the Discord. Come to the Discord. The Discord's amazing.
I will say though, it has made a difference because we are now, we've been offered affiliate status, I think, with Twitch, and we've got to figure out what that means, and we might be doing that. So yay!
Everyone wants
Anyway.
affiliates.
What's that?
I said everyone wants affiliates.
Well, there's a couple of stages I didn't realize. This is the first stage. It
think
means we
there's-
had 50 followers or whatever, and then there's
Yep.
whatever. I'm not sure what the other one is.
I think you can get a cream for affiliates, right?
Yes, you should. Hydrocortisone is what I specifically suggest.
For affiliates.
Oh, we can run ads. We won't, but we can.
So, well, we can edit this, can we? So, episode 7 ended with a fight, and with the decision, we're getting the hell out of here. Let's go back up top.
Arizona had
Well,
brain damage.
Yes, you had been. I think you got knocked out twice in that fight.
I think you're right. I think I remember someone pouring a potion down his throat, and then
I poured a potion down his throat. Yep,
that's right.
This is where I like to joke that what happened here is that we got beaten so badly that a segment of the audience stood up and said, "I'll be the cleric."
That's exactly. You're exactly right. I forgot all about that.
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
Very, very true. Because Alma, who is Rachel, had been watching the show, and I had been talking to her for a while. I've known Rachel for years, but I've been talking about her joining us as a fourth, and so she started watching the show and joining the Twitch stream. But I hadn't really announced it yet to the rest of the players, like, hey, she's actually been joining. And this is really still kills me that this is one of the episodes we lost, because this is Alma's what do you call it, introduction episode, maybe a comic book first appearance. This is Alma's first appearance, was episode 8, and the way that came about was you guys were hightailing, you're boot scooting out of here to go back up, and you heard loud noises coming from upstairs around the hall, And what it was this new cleric who had been talking to Jinya at St. Cuthbert above, and Jinya had asked or had told Alma about the missing orphans, and asked if she would join you guys and help you to find them, because Alma had come to Cauldron for no real reason whatsoever except for just to kind of go on an adventure. Her backstory: she left her village and she saw Cauldron in the distance and was like, wonder what's up there. Quite literally, by accident, came across this active, weird storyline that was going on with you guys, and she agreed wholeheartedly, without question, to help find 4 kidnapped orphans. And this is where Alma first appeared. You met her up in the laughing face room. At which point you all did an about face and walked straight on up the stairs and took a rest in Keegan's lower lobby or something. I think it was downstairs where you all took a long rest.
Yeah.
The first long rest since truly adventuring.
Yeah, I think we raided his kitchen from memory.
Yes, you did. And you checked for scythe blades. Make sure you didn't go from this to this. Yeah, so episode 8 is literally the beginning of or will have become the beginning of day 3.
Right.
And it was still kind of early though. The thing was, you guys went down to Jadaroon pretty much in the morning time, like noonish, 10 or noon. You were down there maybe an hour, because those 2 fights and the exploration, fights are 30 seconds, but they take 6 hours to play them out.
Mm-hmm.
Had done a little Jadaroon exploration, came back up, did a long rest, which ended at like 4 a.m., went on to 8 a.m. And if I'm not mistaken, Heath, is this not the first time Khaldun went to Blue Crater Academy? Had you found the Iron Stone in the loot yet?
No, because that was in the spiders, and that occurred. We had Alma in the spider fight.
Okay, so that's later on.
Yep.
So I think maybe you just kind of hung out till 8 a.m. Because somebody wanted to go to town. Maybe somebody wanted to grab something. I don't remember, but I feel like since you were back up in Cauldron, you wanted to just wait till morning time when all the shops open and just resupply a little bit. Maybe grab a potion or maybe it's something like that.
So I remember Farazan needed to get some better armor, because I think he started with a chain shirt, which wasn't working out so well, and he ended up getting chain mail.
But in episode 6, you brought it up, and I just basically said retcon it, because the combat had already happened, and there was I saw no need to make a big deal out of it. Like, it was supposed to be part of the starting equipment. It was just a mistype or misspell.
Yeah.
So that was taken care of.
I can't think of us really doing any shopping because we really didn't have any money at that time.
Okay.
And we didn't have money for a long time.
That's true.
I think at some point, but I think it was much after we left. Maybe it was before we went to the next section, the next big section. I wanted to get a shield for Farazan because he was getting the crap beat out of him.
That may be when you did it.
I don't remember if that was this point or later.
Okay.
We did take this opportunity to identify a bunch of the items because we were resting for the first time. So we had found the Grey Bag of Tricks. We found the Dust of Invisibility, I think was in the same room.
Yes. Yes.
So this was the first time that we knew what those things were, because we knew they were magical, but we couldn't identify them at the time.
Right. And that's just part of a short rest, which is also part of a long rest. So yeah, you guys identified the Bag of Tricks, which you immediately gave to Alma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the party.
That's exactly.
Weird fur things.
Here's your welcoming gift.
Couldn't she was a nature priest or something like that?
And
kind of like
druidy feeling. But she is definitely a cleric of Baori, who is like life and nature and birth and renewal stuff.
Which is why she's so good at murder.
Yes. I'm going to renew you.
I do have in my notes somewhere. Let me see if I can find my other set of notes for this episode. But I've got in my notes somewhere that Alma obliterated the hobgoblin. I've got that in there like at least twice in my.
I'm pretty sure I have a recurring theme of memo to self: do not piss off Alma.
Yeah, right.
Well, some of the stuff she has done comes later, but that one caused
Harm?
like harm.
Inflict. Is it inflict wounds or cause harm or something?
Inflict wounds. Yeah.
3d 10 points of damage. I'm like, that's a first level spell, man. Like,
and she rolls rocks on it too. Like,
does an average of like 25 points of damage.
Yeah, heal Farzan or end the combat myself is normally the question.
She's secretly a lich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here to kick ass and heal Tarathiel, and Tarathiel's at full hit points.
Just gonna see what Roll20 says for 3d10. Oh, apparently it doesn't. Oh, there it goes.
27.
Holy cow!
Yeah,
maybe it's a Roll20 thing.
It likes 3d10.
Yep.
All right, so you guys finished your long rest. I think you guys leveled up to 3 at this point.
Oh, I was actually getting ready to ask what level we were when we came back down.
Well, I remember one of the things I mentioned was the fact that you guys went so long without a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like, you should have leveled up a little while ago, but it didn't really make a whole big of a difference. But once you did, that's what it was. Once you took your long rest, you all leveled up to level 3 because Alma came in at level 3.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. I had her go ahead and level up. Yes.
So do we want to quickly run through choices made at level 3? If anybody had...
those were that's a pretty big level. Go ahead, just go over your character.
So Tarathiel took the Soul Knife subclass, and so he's at this point has started to manifest psychic capabilities and psychic daggers, which becomes his weapon of choice from this point on. But we kind of played it up as like he wasn't really sure what was going on for the first couple of combats. I think he fumbled a knife in a combat. He dropped one of his knives because he's only got 3 fingers on one hand.
Mm-hmm.
And so he fumbled a knife, but he still managed to stab somebody anyway, even though he dropped the knife. And that's where that started.
I could see it like reaching back over his shoulder with the knife and it like slip out, but he just keeps bringing it down.
But he throws anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that works.
Farzan, what did you what kind of fighter did you take?
So 3rd level. So I've seen in my mind, I see him Farzan being like, having fallen a couple of times. He's like, I need to improve, and he spent that time at the monastery learning how to fight. Kind of, like I remember he was just getting pummeled. Seems to be his way. At the monastery by this smaller being, because he's a Goliath, and a normal human is going to be a foot to a foot and a half shorter than him. He's getting his trunk handed to him, and he reaches over and he grabs a tree out of the ground and he hits him with it. But since then he had reflected on his training, and trying to perfect that training, he went into Battle Master at 3rd level. So he gained those superiority dice. And now he's got a bunch of tricks up his sleeve where he can at 2nd level he gets the action surge, so he can have extra actions, but now his actions can be tripping, or he can riposte, whatever it is. Not privy to that, whatever language that is. But he can strike back at someone who misses it. Pretty awesome stuff.
Cool. And then Khaldun, Heath.
So 3rd level wizard, wizards get their subclass at 2nd level.
That's right.
But 3rd level, I get 2nd level spells, which I picked up Web and Misty Step, which I make liberal use of Web. I love that spell.
So clutch.
Yeah.
And then
it will have saved your ass many times in the future.
Yes.
And then one of the Tasha's features for wizards at 3rd level is Cantrip Formulas, which lets you swap out a cantrip every long rest, which is really kind of nice. So at that point, up until this point, I had been using Green Flame Blade because I was able to, stand in front and kind of fight because he's a little tanky because he's a Najur. But I decided that probably wasn't a good idea going forward, so I swapped it out for Mind Sliver.
Which is a nasty one.
Yeah, it's an intelligence save, and if they fail, they take a little bit of psychic damage, and it gives them a disadvantage on, or I'm sorry, -D4 on their next saving throw. Which for me, as a sort of a battlefield control wizard, is nice because I can web them, and then I can sliver them, and hopefully they'll stay in the web.
Yeah, that's like a one creature bane for a round on saving throws. Like, that's a pretty strong secondary to the damage effect. Or really, that's the primary. The damage is secondary.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
What was the damage on Sliver? Mind Sliver?
I think it's D4.
D6 psychic.
Is it D6?
No, I think it's D6 psychic.
D6?
And then it's a -D4 on its next save.
Because there's one bard spell, Hideous Mockery, or oh crap, what is it? Vicious Mockery.
Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, now that one is similar, very very similar, but it's a psychic damage save, or else take a disadvantage on your next attack.
Yeah.
So if you got two people who are just successfully slamming your psychic brains with negative to saves and like disadvantage, like that's some pretty serious control if you've got one big bad, but it's a save or suck, so it's that trade-off
against 5 invisible stalker skulker thing.
Yeah.
The web would have been better. The web would have been clutch in that fight.
Web would have been nice in that fight from the last episode, for sure.
Very much so.
And I believe Alma, she went with Life Cleric, but that's also something you pick at first level. But you had just met her, so Alma.
So it was new to us.
Yes. She was a 3rd level Life Cleric, or she is a 3rd level Life Cleric. She joined the party. She'd come to town. I think I just explained this a second ago, but she really ended up being like one of the biggest damage dealers in the group.
Yeah.
Tanky, she had some pretty good armor, shield. Yeah, I mean, she was a hoss, formidable. So, I believe at this point you guys went back around to explore the disco room, or you maybe had already explored the disco room.
I think this is where we went to the north and unlocked those 2 rooms to either side of the corridor in the north, because I think it was Alma that spotted the secret door.
That's right.
At the end of the corridor.
Killer perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very wise.
Yes.
She brings the wisdom.
That's right. And she saw the secret door also.
Because Tarathiel was having a smoke break, I think, in this room.
These are the 2 rooms were basically either residence rooms for people that lived in the Malachite Fortress, in Jadaroon.
What's that?
Or nothing. Or they were guest rooms for people joining the Malachite Fortress. Oh my God, I did it again. Jadaroon.
Jadaroon.
So this secret door, however, opened up into an alchemy room.
Yeah.
I remember the alchemy room.
I do.
Yes.
Did you say alchemy room? I feel like we're in kindergarten.
We fought the rags.
Yes.
Yep.
And did you guys ever determine what that was?
It was nasty.
Yeah. This is accurate. It's very accurate.
I was thinking
because it wrapped itself around Ferzan.
Yeah, it definitely gave him a friendly hug. But I was thinking maybe it did. Did they dump the chemicals out and it like an alchemical creation or something like that? Is that wrong?
I think that you tried to identify it and came up short.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we ever did.
Yeah, but you did find a couple of schematics in here.
But I think, Khaldun's go-to was to set things on fire, and Tarathiel's was to stab them. And when they're wrapped around your friend, it's really difficult to know what to do in that situation. Like,
yeah,
do I stab it?
So we just fell back to our old mainstays and we set it on fire and we stabbed it.
Yeah, I think.
Well,
Is this did Alma summon her what is it called? The holy weapon, spiritual weapon.
Spiritual
Is this
weapon?
where she first summoned her spiritual weapon? Did she beat Fezan with it through the sheet?
It's possible. It's very possible.
It's entirely possible. Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing about this creature, which I'm still not going to tell you what it was called, has a nifty little feature called damage transfer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So you hit it, and whatever it's wrapped around takes half of that damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a fun fight. I don't think it was a very long fight because the creature didn't have a lot of hit points. It was just the fact that you were literally sitting there beating the shit out of Farazan, trying to
Yeah.
kill this creature, this towel wrapped around his head.
funny because it's like the same thing that happens every other time. Pinky.
So
I
this time it was your
think-
friends.
I think this is where we did see like what a difference it made to have Alma in the party, because I think she managed to deal damage and then she healed Fezan afterwards. So like,
Yeah, huge bonus to the party.
Is
for
this
sure.
the encounter where Farazan threw the axe down the tunnel? It's
Yeah,
Oh,
we did.
you critted it. I think you critted it.
was it a crit? Oh, that's
I think it was a crit.
yes, it was.
down the little tunnel.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it tried to run away,
That's right.
Yeah,
It was
down
trying
here.
to get away.
and Farazan wasn't having any of that and
Nope.
annihilated it. Yeah.
There was a saving throw that Farazan. I remember now.
okay.
It was a saving throw where you almost were possessed.
Jeez.
Remember,
Yeah.
there was a moment when you're like, you started to feel like you heard a voice in your head saying, attack your friends. You're like, maybe I should attack my. No, that's not a good idea. You made your saving throw, right?
Yeah, actually, that
lucky
was
none of my friends
the decision point. I think where we just decided to throw all caution to the wind and kill it.
Yes. And you didn't want Farazan going just ape all over you guys.
No,
No,
it would be a bad day.
not want to fight an angry Fezan.
Yeah, and the creature got knocked really, really low and took off and went down the tunnel. And then Farazan hurled an axe down the tunnel. And I think you're right. I think it was a critical hit.
I think it was a crit.
And it just ended its life right there.
Yeah, to borrow a term from the World Axe Throwing League, that would have been a kill shot.
Well, it was.
And then I think we were kind of making fun of the fact that Fezan couldn't go and get his axe, and Khaldun just used a mage hand to pick it up and bring it out.
That's right. Yes.
And I
And I want to say that you sit Pazel.
I did. I think she scouted because you revealed one of those rooms over there that we haven't actually been in,
yeah,
Yeah.
but she looked down there.
Yes.
That's right, because this door is still locked as far as I know.
Yes.
yeah,
yes, it
we've
is.
never
Yeah.
been
Never
in
been
this
in-
room. But I do remember because this is that alchemical lab. There were and if I remember correctly, we covered this in the next episode, so it'll be part of that. But there's a puzzle box of some sort. But we also found formulas, I think.
Yes.
That-
Formulacies for three separate three different items.
Yeah, 3 common items like a thunderstone and like a light stick and something else.
A Tanglefoot bag.
A Tanglefoot bag.
Yeah.
Have we ever opened that puzzle box, or is that the one that we've never been able to get open?
Nope,
I think we
Khaldun gave
still-
it to Blue Crater Academy. Oh, I forgot. That's a little. Never mind. But, yes.
But yeah, as far as I know, we've never managed to get that open. The other thing that did happen in this episode that I think may have happened before we came up here is with Alma's guidance, we got the arm of the throne open and found 2 keys.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's right.
That's right. You found the keys. Those were the first keys that you had found.
Yeah, we found an N and an E.
You take good notes. I'm glad.
They're not great, actually. I think when we were doing this, I sent them to somebody else, and I was like, "This doesn't make sense. This is just gibberish. I don't know who wrote this." It's just like somebody just wrote down like, "Rag Fezan dead." It's like, it just doesn't make any sense
Rag.
whatsoever out of context.
Rag bears on death.
Yeah,
I have So in my notes, I've got the orphanage and I've got the names of the missing orphans. I was doing really well. I've got Keegan Gelb, locksmith. He did the new keys, and he's being blackmailed, and his Scarborough. And then the next thing I have is 77 gold pieces, and
Perfect.
that's. I
Perfect.
mean, it's fantastic. I mean, I could write a book.
Got to get the important bits.
Yeah.
All those details. Um,
But I
So, yeah.
think the alchemical room was it, right? Like we were done at that point. That was the end of the episode.
don't think so. I'm trying to remember because I listened to the beginning of 9. Where did 9 start? Just look at it real quick. See what the
9
map.
9 does start with us in that alchemy room.
You're right. You're right.
Oh, okay.
That's right. That's right. This is the end of episode 8. Because the fight took a while. It was kind of a sketchy fight. Yeah. All right. Right on.
It was the
Um,
beating up Farazan. He had a lot of hit points though. It takes a lot.
yes.
Have that
And
many.
luckily, Alma was there to heal you from the damage taken from your friends.
Ouch. Okay, that feels better. Ouch.
Whatever.
Okay, that feels better. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So we have officially filled the gaps. Amazing.
Fine again.
Finally.
All right. So
Does anyone in chat have any fun questions?
yeah, did we miss anything? If anyone remembers anything, if you do remember anything we missed, keep it to yourself.
I don't know that anybody here was watching back then. Well, maybe Coward maybe was. Ren?
Yeah,
Yeah, Ren
the
was.
viewer, but I
Yeah,
believe the
the
viewer is
viewer.
being distracted.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That's all right.
But yeah, you think of anything else, write it on the back of a postcard and then bury it in your backyard.
Burn it and turn it into a smoke signal.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
and we'll get it from there.
We'll get it. Don't worry. That's how we get messages.
Write it out in
Uh,
birdseed. Then when the birds have the birds tweet it.
Oh, that's how that works. I've been watching.
Okay. Coward started in this episode, episode 8, because that's when Alma first showed up.
Okay, excellent.
Nice.
And
Well-
I'm sure that Cowart can recap all the wonderful role play and the back and forth between the characters when we met. So we just won't cover that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coward can attest to that.
So I was moved.
Well, thanks for joining us. Sorry it wasn't a new episode, but we did need to get this done, and we had been talking about it for months. Finally, we're able to have a brand new watcher, Spider Monkey Attacks.
And Finder of Path and Stars, who's been promising for weeks to jump in, but today was their first time in, I think. So.
Glad to have you all.
What is
Yeah.
that emoji there?
Looks like a squid owl dagger.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's what I had written in my notes. That's pretty much my note style.
With owl dagger.
Squid owl dagger.
Come
Hey,
to the Discord.
speaking of
There's a
which,
link in the chat. Come hang out in the Discord.
Finder of Path and Stars. I'm glad you have mentioned that. We are in the process of ripping these all to set them up as podcasts. So if you're interested, probably the next week or two, I'm going to start uploading all of these episodes. They'll be on our feed for the Back Patio Network, to where you can listen to Age of Heroes instead of having to sit and watch it on Sunday nights. So that is coming, and we're just going to drop them all at once. Whatever number we're up to in the live stream. Like I said, it's going to be a couple weeks. At a month at the latest, we're going to have all these as a podcast, and just going to start loading those right after we record them. So that is coming up down the pipe. And also, we're going to be spoiling a lot if I say any more, because this is a recap. So I'm done. I keep forgetting this is a recap, and this is like people are watching this
Oh yeah.
first time.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
If
So
you like any of these characters, my goodness, you don't want to know. But you do want to know. Definitely check it out. It's good.
And
Excellent.
if you stick with us past this episode, in one of the future episodes, I believe it's Mike finishes the bicycle story.
Yeah, definitely keep your ear out for the bicycle story.
Sometimes in the future.
Sometime in the future, he has finished it. And if you don't see it in the episode, you're not paying attention.
Well, that's why you have
has
to be
yet
here live.
not
'cause
yet come to
sometimes it doesn't get
pass.
picked up in the recording.
Yeah.
Well, I hate that we have 11 viewers, but we are having to wrap up for the night. There's not much more to talk about.
I think it's pretty cool. We have 11 viewers.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fantastic. I just wish we could have had you all with a brand new content with Miss Rachel here with us, but this has been a recap night, and also we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. It's so
Yeah.
much more fun having people in the chat to BS with and bounce things off of.
Yeah, for sure.
Very impromptu one shot. Impromptu maybe.
Yeah,
Like, hang on.
get you memory in one shot.
Yeah, that's my one shot. It's a 17.
Oh,
Okay.
I think that's a hit.
oh, that's a miss. Sorry.
Uh,
No and.
Oh, Michael Belleville, hello to you.
yeah.
Thanks for stopping by. But I guess are we planning for next week?
Yeah, we'll again, this is recap number 8, but we are recording every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. Which, if I'm not mistaken, it was episode 5 or 6 where we swapped when we went to Daylight Savings Time, and Mr. Mike stayed with the real time in Australia.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's why
sorry.
we switched to 9. So whatever the time drops back when we drop out of daylight savings, we'll be going back to 8 o'clock. But we do 9 o'clock because our friend in Australia has a life that he can't attend to until 9 o'clock. So that's what we do.
We don't say
But next
daylight
week.
down here.
Uh,
But yeah, next week is episode 24.
it is
No.
24.
I thought it was
Why not?
25, isn't it?
Wow, then we're missing we're missing an episode on YouTube, and we need to fix that.
Have
Before
we
it disappears.
recorded 24 episodes?
I will
I don't know.
check.
Yeah, our resident brewer will get to all of the YouTubes and fix all of the things.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
for sure. If we're doing 24, that's 6 months. If we have done 24, that is also has been 6 months. We've been doing this for 6 months.
Hooray!
I don't know about you guys. It does not feel like it's been 6 months. It feels like 2
Forever.
or 3. It's just it feels like 17
So much
years.
longer. So much
My
longer.
God, why are we still in Cauldron? Oh my God.
6 months of
Yeah.
Jada indoors.
I mean, I don't think it spoils much to say. Yeah, you spent like 3 months in Jada Room just working on 2 doors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's been great. I've enjoyed almost every minute of it.
Yeah.
The rest of the minutes, Farazan's been unconscious on the floor.
I was about to say the minutes we were awake, Sean, yeah.
He's just
Well, guys, thanks for joining us. We're going to sign off, and we will see you next Sunday.
Thank
See
you
you then.
guys.
Good night.